Hello Gunpla fans, this is Joe of Joe's Gunpla, here again with another video. And today I'm going to do something similar to what I did with the 1 to 288 scale Agu guy. And I built him on camera. And today I'm going to do a little bit of painting on camera. So obviously I've got a bit of detail painting to do on the Master Grade Heavyarms. Including the cockpit, the figure, the inner detail here. Gonna paint that black instead of heavy white. Silver on the blade. And then all of the missiles, the eyes and camera unit. The Gatling guns on the chest, and detail up this beam saber holder, the under part of the shield, and that should be about it as far as what I'm going to do. On camera today, though, I'm going to focus on the pilot figure. So let me move everything else out of the way. And for this little guy, we'll be needing quite a few paints. But I'm going to get to all that in a moment. Right now I wanted to show you guys, had some people vote on my YouTube channel. No one really voted, but on Gundam forums, it was pretty much unanimous to go with red on the chest of the Heavyarms. So this is the back unit, the back of the unit painted red, and then the front of the chest. This is like underneath of the Gatling guns. It's orange around the rim, and then there was come on camera. There we go. There was a pseudo line right here where like this section and this section met. I actually panel lined that. I actually carved out a panel line there and masked it off and painted that red. So now it's actually separated. So I just wanted to share that real quick. And my cat is behind me trying to get into my closet. Hold on one moment. Keep going, buddy. Go. Okay, so the paints that I'm going to need for this guy are Model Masters light gray enamel, Testors rust, Testors light tan, white, sea blue, and black, and all of these are flat. Okay, and I've got my thinner and brush cleaner off to the side. The tools that you're going to need will be a number of brushes. I'll probably just be needing one brush for this guy, but I always have several. I don't know anything about brush sizes. I don't know anything about the hairs of a brush. All I know is the size I need. I know that there are certain brushes that are specifically for enamels or acrylics, but I don't really pay attention to that kind of thing. So I've got a random collection of brushes that I use for various things, and these are the brushes I'll be using. So that's that, and this one actually still has the cap, which is a miracle because I always lose those. But this one here will be the one that I'll be using for the figure. Let's see if I can get focus there. Okay. And it's a number 0 something or other. Yeah, anyway. So that's what I'll be using for that. And to hold the figure, because I have very fat chubby fingers, a pair of reverse tweezers. If you don't have a set of these, I highly recommend that you pick them up. So, I'm going to be focusing on the standing figure for this video, and I'm going to clip him right there on the base. Okay. When I'm painting the 1 to 100 scale figures, I always start with the flesh, just because I think it's easiest. I take this light tan, and let's see, shake it up a little bit. I had these all shaken earlier, and then took a small break from what I was doing, which was kind of stupid. Why would I spend so long shaking the paint up if I'm not going to use it right away? That should be good enough. I'd like to get a stir stick, one of those hand electric mixers that you just stick in there and it vibrates, and that was sexual, sorry. But yeah, electric stir, because my paint sometimes sits for quite a while before I get to it. Okay, open up my thinner, set that there. Ooh, that smells good. Always use proper ventilation, kids, because you don't want to get high and ruin things, because you're high. Hi. Alright, so I've got a little bit of paint in the cap already, and that's what I'll be focusing on using. Basically what I'll do is I'll load up my brush with some thinner, kind of dab that in there, and get it really nice and thin, and one little dot right in the center of the cap. This is just my painting method. I know it's wrong, and it's okay. I'm perfectly fine being wrong. Okay. So then I'll take my very, very thin paint, and I'll just kind of dab it. And you're basically just doing a wash, just on the flesh, which is going to be the face, and the neck. Oops, you can't see that. Face, and the neck, and then he's got two hands that are poking out of his pocket. Right there, and right there. Okay, so that's pretty much all I do for the flesh, and it usually works out pretty well, especially once everything else is painted. Basically what that does is it gets into all of the crevices and creates some shadow, which is nice, and it also slightly tints the plastic for the flesh. Okay, come on. There we go. There we go. I wish my camera would stay focused on the detail here, because if it doesn't, this is a waste. Okay, there we go. Now you can kind of see the flesh is working out pretty good there. Alright, so that's that. Come on, lid, go on. There we go. Okay. So, that one's done. And go ahead and clean out that brush. Okay, slosh that around in the brush cleaner. Dry it off on my towel. Alright. Next color. Next I'm going to do the hair. Now, I'm not going to try and perfectly color match his hair, because I don't feel like mixing paint on camera, and I don't care that much. Okay, so let me get in closer here. Let me Again, we're going to load up my brush with some thinner. Let me move this over here so you can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, just load it up with some thinner. And thin out some of this paint. A little more thinner. Get that all nice and mixed around. There we go. Load up the brush. Get some of the excess off. Alrighty. So now, I usually will steady this hand on this hand. That way, any jitters I have, at least they're moving together, and I can usually keep things under control. So very carefully, very lightly. And I'm sorry that my camera's not focusing perfectly on this, but if you pay attention, you'll get the gist of what's going on here. Okay. Paint the top of his head. Turn him upside down. He's used to that, being a Gundam pilot. Lots of upside down movement, especially in space. Not that there's gravity. Nice thing about Trowa's hairdo is that it covers up a good portion of his head. Make sure I'm on camera. Carefully, carefully. Okay, flip this around so I can see the back of his head. Get a little more paint. Now I'm covering all the light so you can't see anything. Alright, now hopefully this will show up on camera. Cam, focus just a little more. Or not. There we go. Now you can kind of see it's starting to take shape. Well, take color. It's already taken shape. Alrighty. Done with that. Clean out my brush. Okay. Dry it off. Round 3. Let's go for the shirt. Okay, just using this sea blue. It's pretty dark. And that should work just fine for his shirt. Ooh, that is thick. Okay, gonna have to thin this one out quite a bit. It's just a blob of pigment. Alright, should be good enough. Okay, now where is he at here? Let's work towards... I usually work from the center out, and then right when I get to the edge I slow way down. Just because I don't want to paint over his neck. There we go, there we go. Turn upside down again so I can see what I'm doing. Right across his belt line. Now this is going to be right between his arm and his body. Come on, camera. There we go. Oops, almost. Okay. And then he's got long sleeves, which is great. Makes it much easier to paint. A little bit more thinner, a little bit more paint. Get the excess off. And this video is going to run long. It's already 16 minutes. So if you ever find that you have kind of overloaded your brush with paint, normally what I'll do is I'll go to an area where it's pretty open and it's going to need a lot of paint, like right here in the middle of the back. Let me switch him around here real quick. There we go. Okay. So I've kind of overloaded my brush, so I got this wide area right here, so just start in the center and just kind of get a bunch of that off. Okay, almost done with this sleeve. Turn him around again. Now, does anyone remember, does he have a turtleneck or not? I'm going to have to check the coloring guide. Because even if you guys knew, you can't answer me. Because I'm recording this. Not in front of a live audience. I am not a sitcom. I'm not even sketch comedy. I'm just a guy who has no life. Alright. Let me check the coloring guide here real quick. Because I thought that he had a turtleneck, which means I need to go up higher on that color. He does! Let's see. Right there. Yep. Goes right up to his chin. Well, that's going to be a pain. Alright, let me try that. Get more paint. Thin it out. Yes, because he has a turtleneck, like a swanky college student or something. Because he's all, like, you know, the brains of the operation until Catra gets his act together. I don't know. I'm just talking here. Out my ass. Or out my mouth, rather. But, you know. It's not from the heart, that's for sure. Alright, so that's his back. It's looking pretty good. If my camera would focus. Come on, camera. There we go. And that's his front. Paint my finger, put that down. Alright, now, his pants are white. Well, close to white. They're more like extremely light khaki. So, I mean, in a way, what I did for the flesh, thin it out a little bit more, clean it up a bit more, not leaving, you know, a whole bunch of the brown, or the tan rather, on his pants. That would do it. But honestly, I think I'm just going to leave them white as they are with the plastic, because it's already an off-white. So next up is going to be the shoes, which is a very light gray. Shake this up, open it. There we go. Now, honestly, I should probably think about painting the base first. But that would be easy. Okay, so for the shoes, as long as I don't go over the ankle line, that's all that matters, because the base is going to get covered up in black. Hard to hold. There we go. I'm sorry, you guys can't really see what I'm doing at all. I might not even upload this video. Then again, I might upload it and just put a disclaimer saying that this video quality kinda sucks. Just like all my videos. Because I have a crappy ass phone. By the way, my videos are PG-13. Because I cuss quite a bit. Anyway, alright. So his shoes are done, everything else is done. It's time for the base. Excuse me, I have a chest cold. Still, been battling this thing for like a month. I should probably go to the doctor, but that would be admitting defeat. Alright, next up, flat black. And this bad boy will be done. And this video's almost half an hour. I apologize again. It's ridiculous. Wasting your time. That's all I'm doing. Wasting your time. And enjoying it. Okay. So, a technique that I kind of use when I'm painting a flat surface, but I don't, and there's like a detail on top of it, like I'm trying to paint around the foot, is I'll let the brush sort of fan out in an open area and just let the outer edge just kind of barely brushed up against the side of that other detail. Let's see if I can actually get that shown here. Let's see here. Kind of. Okay, so right here in the corner, flatten out the brush, just kind of stroke, just like that. Alright. Almost got some up on the foot. That would have been awful. Alright, and just the edge. Oops, you still can't see that? Okay. I'm trying to teach myself how to work on camera. It is not the easiest thing to do. Okay, and again, I know you can barely see anything because my camera is really blurry, but there you go, completed Trowa. So he was really easy. I'm thinking for Wu Fei, I'm gonna try really hard to paint that gold dragon on his chest, or at least something that looks similar to it. So I might even shoot a video just for his shirt. Alright, so that's it. Let me know what you think of the video. I know it ran really long, almost half an hour. Until next time, happy building.